Hi, I'm Michael King, and today we're with an Alpha Pilates Reformer. In fact, we've got an Alpha Pilates Reformer converter, which is great for doing mat work on your apparatus. And it's really important to remember that Joseph Pilates invented all of his system, the Reformer, the Cadillac, the ladder barrel, to actually train you to do the mat work better. People often think that apparatus is harder, but actually mat work is harder. So today we're going to start with just a couple of mat work exercises. Leah I've got sitting on the side, and I'm going to ask her to just reach the arms in front of her and just take it to a Cossack position. So just put your arms in front. So again, because you're off the floor, you can do something like the spine twist. So as you're turning to the side, keeping the pelvis still, you've got a very nice position to get the rotation of the spine. And because many of us sit a lot over a desk today, this movement is so important to get the ribs moving and get the breathing better. So it's a great tool to have the mat converter on your Reformer, so you can bring some of these movements in that really help open up the body and make the breathing better. The next movement I'm going to ask Leah to do, she's going to lay on the side with your head at that end, and then with a lay on the side. So again, as a teacher, because the mat, the Reformer is higher than being on the ground, I can correct Leah as she's doing exercises. So I'm going to ask her just to start doing a side leg lift, lifting up with one leg and then lowering, and then lifting up and lowering, and then trying to lift up two legs. But the key thing is here is to keep the waist lifted. With the ribs and waist lifted, then you're using both the sets of muscles down the side of the body. And to make it a little bit more difficult for Leah, I'm going to ask her to reach the hand up to the ceiling, reaching up. As she lifts the legs, she's keeping this lifted. It's really good as a teacher to be able to not have to go down onto the floor to correct the client and help the client as they're doing the movements. Again, another movement we're going to try today, if you bring the hands down, is lay on your back, and you're going to bend one knee up towards you, and then lift the other leg up towards you. And then here you're going to extend the legs. So doing the teaser again, because it's a great height, I can ask you to put your hands up against my arm here, push down on my arm, and then slowly lift up and come up and then come back down. So again, as a supporting tool, it's really good breathing in and breathing out to lift up. Again, making teaching a lot easier when you're working with a client. So push up now and slowly lifting up, breathing in and slowly breathing out and coming back down. And again, reaching out. Of course, if you've got a Cadillac, you've got a bigger surface as well, a higher surface, not bigger surface, where you can do some of these exercises. But as I say, if you do have a Reformer or you're thinking about getting a Reformer, really consider getting the mat converter so you can bring some of the exercises from the mat work Pilates into your studio and bend the knees and take it down. So the next movement we're going to look at, we've got Lucy doing some movements now, is we're going to do the roll-up. Now the roll-up is a really challenging movement, so I'm going to, again, on a raised surface, it's much easier for me to teach this. I'm going to ask Lucy to take a breath in. As you breathe out, rolling back, tilting the pelvis, rolling down, all the way back to the mat, and then place the arms behind. So it's really easy with Lucy because she's got really good flexibility. Most of my clients don't have the same flexibility. Sometimes what I'm going to do is, if you lift the arms up, I'm going to hold the legs here and then rolling, curving, and then stretching forward, reaching out, come back to a sitting position, lifting up, breathing in and breathing out. So in the original mat, coming back down, there was a strap where you could put the feet and anchor the feet, which made it a lot easier when you were doing those movements. You got a little bit of help, but obviously I'm here with my hands, breathing in and breathing out as you're rolling up, and then coming forward, and then lengthening out. Good, and then come back to sitting position. Breathing in, lengthen the spine, and again breathing out, rolling down, curving down. Good, lengthen back, breathing in, and breathing out, lifting the arms up, and then rolling down. Good, and out. Last time, come back up, reach, and then rolling back. Good. Now linked to that movement, when I'm teaching clients, when a client can do the movement like this well, then it's a very natural process to do the next movement in the repertoire, where I'm going to ask the legs one at a time, lift one leg up, lift the other leg up, is to do a roll over. So you're going to bring the arms down by the side, you're going to take the feet over your face, lifting up, lengthen the spine, now open the legs out, and then slowly roll down, circling the legs around, and then bringing the legs back to a closed position. So the rollover again is a great movement if you've got flexibility in the spine. As I say, if your back is tight, it's not a great movement because again, you can't have that articulation. So really use the roll up as a monitoring tool to see if you're ready to try the rollover. Again, also if anyone's got any neck problems or any conditions of the spine, this might not be a great movement. And then open out, breathing in and breathing out as you come back down, circling the legs and then bringing the legs down. Good, the next thing we want to do is bend the knees. If you can come up to your knees, kneeling facing that direction. Now reach the arms out, take just your fingertips down to the bench. Good, so you're just resting on your fingertips. Then take this leg out to the side. Now lengthening up. So we're really using the muscles of the spine here, of the trunk. You're gonna start lifting that leg, breathing out and lift the leg up, and then breathing in and lowering. So if you put the hand flat down, you're gonna use a lot of the shoulder work here. With the fingertips lifted up, it's really working those waist muscles. Breathing out and breathing in. Now this is the kneeling Sidekick, which is a Pilates mat work movement. Again, you can do this preparation and then keeping the leg lifted, bring the leg forward and back, and take the leg behind you. Now this arm that's lifted is a monitoring tool, so you shouldn't move that arm. Breathing out, come back, breathing in, and breathing out. Again, it's great that Lucy's higher up. I can really hold and correct her. This would be much more difficult if I was doing this on the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, come back and let's try the other side. Bring the knee down. Good, bend this knee, change over to the other side. Take this leg, lifting over, keeping the waist lifted, center connected. Now lift the leg, we'll do the preparation first, just up and down. Breathing out, lengthening up, and breathing in, come back. Again, breathing out, lengthen. Good, nice long waist. Nice control from the center, keeping those ribs. Now keeping the leg lifted, now bring it forward, and then take it back. Good, now again, we're monitoring the trunk, we're not moving the shoulders. Breathing out as you go back, breathing in as you come forward. And if Lucy can go just to one finger, that will be more challenging. So good, breathing out and breathing in, come back. One last time, breathing out, coming forward and coming back. And now come back to the center and lift up and relax down. Excellent, thank you, Lucy. We're now going to do the Mermaid Sequence. So this is going to help us with the Mermaid Sequence. We're sitting on the Reformer. I've converted it, I've taken the mat converter off, and so now it's set up as a Reformer. So I'm going to ask Leah first of all to place the hand on the side. And with the Mermaid, you're not going to push away a long way. If you push away a long way, all the stress goes into the shoulder. What we want to do is keep close to the bottom and just really work those muscles down the side of the body. Coming back up, breathing in, changing over, hold the bar here, the pad, and then stretch over the other direction. And then coming back up, breathing in, hold, and breathing out and reaching and stretch. So this is a great exercise to lengthen through the muscles of the side of the trunk, reaching out. And saying, when I see Mermaid being pushed away, I feel so sorry for those shoulders which are working so hard. Now we're going to go on to the rotation. Now as we rotate, we're going to take one hand on the end of the bar, and as Leah pushes away, I'm going to ask her to rotate and look under the arm here, stretching out. So getting nice rotation here, and then coming back up, and then changing the hands to the other side, hold onto the shoulder pads, flex and pull back, and then push down on the hands and lift up. So this is a great movement for moving the rib cage. So we're going to turn again, do that again, breathing in, using the hand to get more rotation. As you push out, rotate and look under that arm, breathing out. Good, coming back up, breathing in, turn around, hold the pads, flex first back, and then slowly lifting up and lifting out. Now when we're lifting the upper body, always make sure that you're lifting from the chest. The ribs are going the opposite way to the lifting that chest up. So the sternum's going up, but the ribs are going down. So you're really targeting that thoracic, that upper back. And release back. So that's our Mermaid Sequence. Okay, I'm gonna ask Lucy now, we're gonna do this short spinal. I've got my foot on the carriage. I'm gonna ask Lucy to bend the knees up. And then I'm gonna pull with my hands and then put the rope over her feet and changing to that direction here. Good. Now, the short spinal is an excellent exercise to work through the whole set of muscles through the back. Of course, be careful anyone who might have a spine problem or a neck problem. So I'm going to ask Lucy to push away, reach out. Now I'm going to take my foot off the carriage and I'm going to ask her to bring the feet over the face. Take a breath in. As she breathes out, I'm going to ask her to push up onto the shoulders and then bend the knees, flex and coming down. And then from here, rolling down in one piece, taking the feet out and push away. So we do that one more time. So parallel legs coming over. Breathing in as you come over. Now breathing out as you go up, rotating the legs, turn, bend the knees, come down, open out, and then slowly rolling down. So that's the standard or the regular short spinal. But now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna take a strap off the foot. So we've only got one foot in the strap. I'm gonna put the rope there. But I'm going to ask Lucy to put both legs together first. So we've got a nice starting position. Now, we're going to cross this leg, the free leg, and cross it over. Now here you're going to get a really good stretch on that piriformis at the back of the leg. So we're going to take the legs over. Now, keeping that leg crossed, push up. Bend the knee, keeping the rope tight. I'm just helping a little bit, pulling, and then slowly rolling down in one piece. And then reaching out. I'm pushing away. And again, one more time. Breathing in, taking it over. Breathing out, pushing up. Bending the knee, take it down. And then flexing, rolling down. And then slowly pushing out. Let's bend those knees again. Take the strap, take the foot down. I'm gonna hold the carriage with my foot, and I'm gonna take the foot off. So that's our one-legged short spinal with the leg crossed. As I say, it's a great variation. It gives an extra little bit of challenge, a little bit of focus on the pelvic stability. But thank you, Lucy.